Why? Because they're seeking worldly things, not God. And the wicked people, well, I don't have to answer that. They're in delusion, they're in matter, they want it, they get it, and they will have no consciousness after death. The suicide is so taken up with sorrow that he does not, of course, have consciousness after death. And so that's a short resume of what happens after death, so you can see that we must conquer this thing called death. We must follow the Master's teachings. As he conquered, so can we. As Jesus conquered, so can we. We must be able to retain our consciousness during this cataclysm of death when all our functions stop. Think now this minute, those who depend on breath, and your breath is stopped. You suffocate, and will you keep your calmness? No. But if you practice following the methods whereby the breath slows down and you're still fully conscious, then you'll be able to do it. That's what will happen at death. Let's get used to it and be master of the situation. And so, finally, to conquer death, we have to know it while living. Realize we have to know it while living. We have to know this change. We have to be familiar with the phenomena of the wave resolving in the ocean and keep our continuity of consciousness. That's all. We have to do that. If we can do that, then we will slip peacefully, silently, and joyfully into the great and glorious ocean of God's omnipresence. If we will do that, we will peacefully slip in, being glad to get out of this delusion. And greater than that, as we slip into the glorious omniscience of God, His great all-pervading light, there we will find all the saints and the sages, and greatest of all, our great gurus of self-realization and our own beloved Master. Why? Because everything has come from the omniscience of God. From the smallest atom, as I said, to the greatest world is from His omniscient consciousness. And so there, when we are one with it, we will find all fulfillment. All the saints are there. Ideas in God's great consciousness. The Masters are there. The Master has promised to walk by our side and guard us with invisible arms. How can He do that unless, except He be in the omniscience of God's presence? And so realize it's worth striving for. Know the presence of God within you in a conscious way. Be one with it, and death will never touch you again. And I will close with a few words the Master wrote to me from one of his letters, which are most wonderful. As he spoke and wrote these words, he was speaking from the glorious omniscience of God, as you will see when I read them. Apply them to yourselves. Know this omniscience of God. He said, stand by God and His humble servant. Stand by God. Have faith in God. Have faith in the channels He has sent as our beloved Master. We have faith in everything but God. What's the matter with us? God, who is our very life and existence, who is behind our thoughts and our emotions and our heartbeat, all things we have because of God, and our loved ones we have because of Him, and yet we don't have faith in Him. So He says, stand by God and His humble servant. And when your need is the greatest, at the end of the trail, at the end of this trail of life, you will find me waiting. Keep faith steadily. So you see, it's well to know that omniscience of God. It's well to follow God through the channel He has sent. And when we reach the end of the trail, when death is ready there to snatch us up into oblivion and unconsciousness, there we will find the glorious omniscience of God and His true teachers. Those who follow self-realization our beloved Master.
In order to profit from these practical teachings in a meaningful way, which will have a definite and tangible impact in your life, we suggest that you subscribe to the Self-Realization Fellowship's home study course on the science of yoga. Please visit the SRF on the web at yogananda-srf.org or call the SRF's Mother Center in Los Angeles, California at 323-225-2471.